The universe is full of secrets that mankind is yet to fully uncover, and one of the most intriguing ones is the Lovelock Cave in the Nevada desert, a place shrouded in mystery, with a story that's a perfect example of how little we know about our world. In 1911, during a normal working day, guano miners in the Lovelock Cave stumbled upon something unusual. They find more than 40 human skulls and skeletons, but what's stranger about this discovery is that their height measured between 7 and 8 feet. Now, as shocking as these measurements were, they weren't the only bizarre thing about these skeletons. The thing is, they also had red hair, which showed that they were a different race of people than the Native Americans from the area. So, who exactly were these giants? Now, this was not the first time a story about giant corpses resurfaced, as many similar discoveries were reported in the Wild West during the 1800s. In fact, one of these pieces of historical evidence might have an explanation for the Lovelock Cave Mystery. Sarah Winnemucca was a Northern Paiute, a Native American educator and writer. In her book, Life Among the Paiutes, she narrated her people's history. Now, according to the book, one of her people's battles was with a race of giants called the Saiduka'a, who had red hair and lived in the mountains. Not only that, these people were cannibals. Sarah's book mentions that the Paiutes grew tired of being cannibalized, so they went to war with this giant race for 3 years. The last of the giants hid in the Lovelock Cave, and the Paiutes proceeded to shoot arrows at them while starting a large fire at the mouth of the cave. When the 1911 discovery was made, evidence of burnings and fire was noticed at the entrance of the cave, which resonates with Paiute's story. On the other hand, Sarah Winnemucca had also saved several red hairs and sewed them to a special dress of hers. Were the mysterious discoveries not a myth? Were the giant skeletons in Nevada proof of an actual ancient battle?
They were cannibals. They came up from Death Valley.
Now, many of the artifacts had been destroyed, but archaeologists were still able to retrieve 10,000 Northern Paiute artifacts from the cave, including a pair of huge sandals and baskets dating back over 2,000 years. For decades, these skeletons had been preserved in a local museum in the area, until 10 years ago when they were ceremonially buried. But still, not everyone is convinced of the story. Historian Adrian Mayer is one of these people. The historian of ancient science and a classic folklorist wrote about the Saiduka'a in her book Fossil Legends of the First Americans, mentioning that the red hair of the giants could be explained by the hair's behavior after death.
When you think about that, even back then, 6 foot was a very tall individual.
Some people have more logical explanations for the story, that other bones have been found nearby belonging to bears and mammoths, which could be mistaken for those of a giant to the untrained eye, and that ancient giants is just a conspiracy theory about the prehistoric world. To this day, visitors from around the world come to the location asking about the story of the giants, but local authorities refuse to acknowledge the story. With that many speculations around the Lovelock Cave, it remains an unsolved mystery to this day.